welcome to all of you for the inaugural ceremony of International Conference on Recent Advances in Fluid Mechanics 2022. I, Shobha Irappa, faculty in the Department of Mathematics, MIT, have the pleasure of comparing today's program. International Conference on Recent Advances in Fluid Mechanics is an online conference scheduled from October 4th to 6th, 2022. This is an interdepartmental conference of Manipal Institute of Technology, Manipal, jointly organized by the Department of Mathematics, Department of Aeronautical and Automobile Engineering, and Department of Mechanical and Industrial Engineering, MIT, Manipal. International Conference on Recent Advances in Fluid Mechanics, ICRAFM 2022, seeks to investigate recent advances in fluid mechanics and provide an excellent platform for academicians, engineers, scientists, researchers, and industrialists to present their current contributions. The conference covers a wide range of topics, including fundamental formulations, the relationship between experimental and analytical results, and computational aspects of fluid mechanics with applications in applied mathematics, medicine, mechanics, and aeronautical engineering. We are glad to inform that this conference has received the grant from CSIR, that is the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Government of India. We are indeed greatly elated to announce that this conference is being dedicated to eminent researcher and academician Professor K. Vajravelu in honor of his 70th birthday. Professor K. Vajravelu from University of Central Florida, USA is the chief guest of today's inaugural ceremony and has joined us online. A warm welcome to you, sir. And here at MIT Manipal, we have with us today Lieutenant General M.D. Venkatesh, Vice Chancellor Mahe, Commander Dr. Anil Rana, Director Manipal Institute of Technology, Head of the Department of Mathematics, Dr. Sudhakar Ji, Head of the Department of Aeronautical and Automobile Engineering, Dr. Dayanand Pai, Dr. S.S. Sharma, Head Department of Mechanical and Industrial Engineering, MIT, and Dr. Manjunath Guddekote, the convener of conference ICRAFM 2022. It's an honor and privilege to have you all here. Dear colleagues, students and invitees, Manipal Academy of Higher Education is the result of a single-minded dedication of our founder, late Dr. T.M.A. Pai, a Padma Shri awardee. It was his vision to see the barren hilltop of Manipal to be metamorphosed into one of the premier centers of learning. The institutions he founded will live forever to narrate a story for generations to come. The lights lit by Dr. Pai continue to glow brighter and brighter. On this auspicious occasion, it is our bound duty to pay tribute to the great visionary and pioneer of modern Manipal. May I now call upon the convener of ICRAFM, Dr. Guddekote and Dr. Sudhakar Ji, Head Department of Mathematics, to lead the dignitaries to pay the floral tribute to our founder before proceeding to the dais. May I request the convener to escort the dignitaries onto the dais. Prayer is the beginning and the end, the source and the fruit, the core and the content, the basis and the goal of all peacemaking. As in the words of George Herbert, prayer should be the key of the day and the lock of the night. I call upon Ms. Shruti, Research Scholar, Department of Mathematics, to invoke the blessings of the Almighty.
महागणपते गजानना उमा महेश्वर प्रियनन्दना श्री महागणपते गजानना गणनायक वन्दित चरणा गणनायक वन्दित चरणा तव चरणं भवभयहरणं तव चरणं भवभयहरणं गजानना गजवदना हे रम्भ गजानना 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 हे रम्भ गजानना हे रम्भ गजानना.
Thank you, Shruti. May I now request Dr. Sudhakara Ji, Head Department of Mathematics, to welcome the dignitaries and the gathering.
Good morning. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and my dear friends. I'm delighted to welcome you all to the inaugural function of the conference, International Conference on Recent Advances in Fluid Mechanics. First of all, I welcome our keynote speaker, Professor K. Vajravelu, University of Central Florida, USA, who, in spite of his busy schedule, has agreed to deliver the keynote address. Manipal Academy of Higher Education in general and Manipal Institute of Technology in particular is delighted to have you with us, sir. A hearty welcome to you, sir. The guest of honor, Lieutenant General Dr. M.D. Venkatesh, sir, our beloved Vice Chancellor, is the force behind every good thing that happens in our institute and in our university. A hearty welcome to you. The President of the function, Commander Director Dr. Anil Rana, is our director in the true sense of the word director. A hearty welcome to you, sir. And most importantly, I welcome all the delegates and my colleague friends who are primary units of this conference. A hearty welcome to all of you.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome and a hearty welcome to you too. We would like to extend floral welcome to all our dignitaries on the dais. I request you to kindly accept the same. Thank you. The presentation of the overview of the conference will keep the esteemed participants well informed about the deliberations we are going to have for the next 3 days that will set a proper tempo to the conference. I request Dr. Manjunath Godekute, Professor, Department of Mathematics and the convener of the conference, to present the overview of the conference.
A very good morning to everyone. Respected Vice Chancellor of MAHE, Dr. Venkatesh sir. Respected Director, Dr. Anil Rana. Respected Chief Guest of our conference, Dr. K. Vajravelu. Respected HODs of Mathematics, Mechanical and Aeronautical Engineering Departments, dignitaries of the dais and the participants from the various parts of the world. It is indeed a very proud moment for me to present before you a brief overview of the conference. The International Conference on Recent Advances in Fluid Mechanics, ICRAFM 2022, is being conducted together by the Department of Mathematics, Mechanical and Aeronautical Engineering of MIT Mahe Manipal. The main objective of this conference is to provide a common platform where researchers, academicians, professional engineers, and industry people to deliberate upon the exchange their ideas relating to the rapid advances in fluid dynamics. Also, it provides a platform where researchers for mathematicians with mechanical and aeronautical engineers together interact closely to exchange and learn innovative ideas and new concepts in different fields, which will help them in the research, also to educate the student fraternity. The conference covers a wide range of topics including fundamental formulations, the relationship between experimental and analytical results, computational aspects of fluid mechanics with applications in applied mathematics, medicine, mechanics and aeronautical engineering. Also, this conference will provide an opportunity for the participants from different parts of the world for networking and collaboration in their respective area of research. I am sure we will be able to come up with some concrete conclusion after the panel discussion on the third day of the conference and will contribute towards the growth of the fluid mechanics sector throughout the world. On this occasion, it is my privilege to share with you some of the details of this conference. We are delighted at the overwhelming response for our conference, having received 240 abstracts and 70 full-length papers for Scopus Index journal publications for all the three departments. The participants are submitted their papers in reputed Scopus Indexed journal as special issues. After the thorough review process, our review committee has accepted 200 papers, out of which I am happy to say that 180 papers have been registered for oral presentation during the conference with 370 participant registrations. We understand this is a very good number considering the fact that the international conference are held at regular intervals throughout the country. And to encourage the research culture among the student community, we have arranged a separate 20 parallel sessions for the participants from the first 2 days of the conference. My sincere thanks to all the delegates for their interest shown in our conference, and they have chosen our conference as a platform for sharing their knowledge in their respective area of research. To add value to the conference, we have arranged 8 keynote addresses by eminent renowned speakers from various parts of the world. My sincere request to all the participants to utilize the opportunity to the maximum and derive the maximum benefits from them. I am happy to inform you that ICRAFM 2022 is sponsored by the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR New Delhi, for the financial support, and we are grateful to CSIR New Delhi. I take this opportunity to thank a lot to Manipal Institute of Technology, Mahe Manipal, for supporting the conference of ICRAFM in all the stages, in every stage of the conference. Words are not sufficient to express my deepest gratitude to the co-conveners and the organizing committee members who have worked day and night to put up this conference. I hope in all the 3 days, the participants will enjoy very fruitful discussions and acquire and share their innovative ideas, which will be immensely useful for the younger generation and those knowledge seekers in the field of fluid dynamics. With this brief overview of the conference, I thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you for the overview, sir. You invoke a new future when you envision your past in the light of your present. May I request the dignitaries on the dais to inaugurate the conference by lighting the lamp. Thank you, sirs. Productivity is always the result of commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. We have an inspiring personality and eminent researcher, Professor K. Vajravelu, as chief guest of this inaugural ceremony. Before we formally introduce Professor to the audience, we would like to display a short video as a tribute to his 70th birthday. May I now request Dr. S.S. Sharma, Head, Department of Mechanical and Industrial Engineering, MIT Manipal, to introduce our chief guest to the gathering.
Thank you, madam. Good morning, dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries of the dais, and delegates attending the conference in virtual mode. It is my privilege and pleasure to introduce Dr. K. Vajravelu to the August gathering. Dr. K. Vajravelu is a doctorate in mathematics from Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, and has more than 36 years of teaching and research experience. His areas of research interests are applied mathematics, applied ordinary and partial differential equations, fluid mechanics, and numerical heat transfer. Dr. K. Vajravelu has served IIT Kharagpur, Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University, East Carolina University, and presently serving as professor at University of Central Florida. Dr. K. Vajravelu has 329 research publications to his credit in reputed journals, has authored 6 books in areas of mathematics, fluid mechanics, and numerical heat transfer, and has guided 5 PhD scholars too. Dr. K. Vajravelu has secured grant close to 3.5 lakhs US dollars in various funded projects. Dr. K. Vajravelu is a member of American Mathematical Society, AMS, Society for Industrial and Applied Mathematics, SIAM, International Federation of Nonlinear Analysis, IFNA, University of Central Florida, SCRON. He has served as a reviewer and editorial board member for several reputed journals and as a member of the committee for numerous international conferences. Dr. Vajravelu has been bestowed with 5 Teaching Incentive Program Awards, Scholarship of Teaching and Learning Award, 2 Excellence in Undergraduate Teaching Awards, and the Scroll by University of Central Florida for sustained research activities. Dr. Vajravelu is doing collaborative research with a number of faculty members in China, Turkey, Romania, India, Pakistan, Malaysia, South Korea, Japan, and Hong Kong on several problems related to applied mathematics and engineering. He has been elected and inducted into Andhra Pradesh Academy of Sciences as an honorary fellow in 2016 for sustained research and research contributions to science and engineering for the past 30 years. With this brief introduction, I present to you the chief guest of the day, Dr. K. Vajravelu. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the introduction, sir. May I request the participants online to mute themselves. May I now request our chief guest, Professor K. Vajravelu, to deliver the inaugural address. Over to you, sir.
Dear friends, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Dear friends, thank you so much for all the things you are doing, and I am overwhelmed with your kind and generosity, kind words. So I am very happy, and I worked with many of the people over there, Prasad, Anumesh, and also our Manjunatha. So I know them for several years. And also, let me thank our Vice Chancellor and the Director of the Institute and the chairs of the 3 departments. And you are so kind, and I'm very thankful to you all. And this is one of the nice conferences put together by Manjunatha and Hanumesh Vaidya. So I thank them especially for all their work, and all the participants and all the organizing committee members, and hope this will be helpful to the younger generation. And especially I am always helpful, and if anyone is interested in doing collaborative research, or even for just finding information on their topic of interest, if I can help, I'll be very happy to help you all. So I will be very happy and honored to help you all. And so thank you so much. And it is a nice conference put together on fluid mechanics. So it will be very, very helpful. And I am thankful to the organizing committee and the university administrators and all of you present, including the organizing committee once again. So thank you so much. I will be happy to help if anyone is interested in collaborating with me, and or in any way, in any form, if I can help you, I'll be very happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your kind words and support, sir. Today we will be bringing out a souvenir, the booklet of conference proceedings. I request Professor K. Vajravelu to permit us to release the proceedings. May I request Vice Chancellor Lieutenant General M.D. Venkatesh to unveil the souvenir. Thank you, everyone. A passion to make a difference in the lives of students and learners through involvement as a policy and opinion leader, as well as actually implementing development initiatives, has made him a known higher educational professional. Guest of honor of today's ceremony, as I always say, our dynamic Vice Chancellor of MAHE, Lieutenant General M.D. Venkatesh, has been a constant source of inspiration. May I now call upon Dr. Dayanand Pai, Head Department of Aeronautical and Automobile Engineering, MIT, to introduce our guest of honor to the gathering.
Good morning, respected dignitaries on the days, delegates and friends. It is my privilege to introduce guest of honors of today's function, Lieutenant General Dr. M.D. Venkatesh, our own Vice Chancellor, present you to the August gathering. So Lieutenant General Dr. M.D. Venkatesh is graduated from Mysore Medical College in 1978 with an exceptional academic record and was commissioned in Armed Medical Corps in 1979. He acquired his MS ENT from Mumbai University in 1986 and is an outstanding ENT surgeon. He has contributed significantly in the field of medical education having trained generation of undergraduates and postgraduate students in the Armed Forces Medical College, Pune, and also having had unique distinction of holding over the years all the academic positions of Armed Forces Medical College from reader to the dean. He was also a founder faculty of the Department of Medical Education Technology at Armed Forces Medical College. He was in the Armed Forces for 38 years, during which, besides academic, he has also held numerous administrative appointments and is credited with many achievements. He was instrumental in instituting the online admission processes for UG, PG, and postdoctoral admissions to the Armed Forces training institutions that ensured total transparency and efficiency in the system. He also headed the premier training establishments of Armed Medical Corps that provide training for all the paramedical personnel of Armed Medical Corps and medical officers of Armed Forces Medical College. Dr. Venkatesh joined as a Vice Chancellor of Sikkim Manipal University in July 2017 and completed his 3 years of successful tenure in June 2020. During his tenure, he has contributed immensely to the development and improvement in infrastructure, academic processes, and IT infrastructure of Sikkim Manipal University. Soon after his tenure at Sikkim Manipal University, Dr. Venkatesh joined as a Vice Chancellor of MAHE. His able leadership has brought a lot of name, fame, and laurels to our university. Accreditation with highest grade, that is A++ by NAC, is one among them to mention. His able guidance has seen a remarkable upswing in the number of patents, projects, and publications at MAHE. He has displayed inspiring leadership qualities and team building skills and has made Team Manipal a confident, cohesive, and result-oriented unit. So with this, I request our guest of honor to address the gathering.
Very good morning, everybody. I'm very happy to be here today at the inauguration of the International Conference on Recent Advances in Fluid Mechanics, ICRAFM 2022. Commander Rana, other dignitaries on the dais, heads of the departments, faculty, students, our Honorable Chief Guest for the day, Dr. K. Vajravelu, and all the delegates who have registered here today, attending in person and in virtual mode. It's a very important day today at MIT that this particular conference is being organized in a virtual mode, inauguration being in the physical mode, and much of the conference will happen in the virtual mode. Extremely delighted to see that the conference is a multidisciplinary conference. As there's been a tremendous change that is happening in the field of technical education, in fact in all facets of higher education, that the unitary disciplinary education is giving way to multidisciplinarity, both in way of the way we deliver higher education to our students, how we deal with our research, and how we deal with our society. So the unitary disciplinary mode of higher education has led to a multidisciplinary mode. And it is very apt that this conference is being organized by 3 departments: Department of Mathematics, Department of Aeronautical and Automobile Engineering, and Department of Mechanical and Industrial Engineering. In today's world, education has made a sea change in the sense that from being classroom bound, especially in the technical education, is now the focus is on experiential learning and making the students at the end of their acquisition of their basic graduation to be ready to lead their own entrepreneurship or to get into a research mode and produce quality research and research output to make things better for the entire nation and the community. And third is towards seeking an employment and making a difference to the corporate world. I think it's time for all of us to look at all 3 verticals in a very holistic manner and prepare our students to be ready for any of these things, and the institutions and the universities must be ready to support them in their quest for excellence. MAHE in general and MIT in particular is committed to our students, to our researchers, to our collaborators, to our teams, and committed totally to make a change that we want to see in our society and in our country. We have seen what is happening in India over the last 2 decades is something phenomenal. Today, India aspires to be a knowledge-based economy. And the new National Education Policy 20 is a driving force behind such an endeavor. What was preeminently present or recognized India as a knowledge-based society, somewhere down the line we lost it, and now we are planning to rediscover it over the next maybe 50 years. Therefore, it's important for all of us to understand the newer focus of the country towards knowledge, towards research, towards how do you take the research just from publications out into the real life situations, and also bring in the wealth development, employment generation into the fine focus. In the philosophy of Mahe, this change has already occurred and it is progressively getting better and better. I'm extremely delighted to be present here today at this multidisciplinary conference, and I'm sure all the delegates who attend this conference will become enlightened with the newer developments in the field of fluid mechanics and also develop newer networks, newer friendships, so that the research and development can occur at an unhindered speed for the economic and societal benefit. Today, MIT is now on a course with a rejuvenated leadership of our dynamic Dr. Commander Anil Rana. The last 1 year, a little more than 1 year that he has been here, he has ensured that we have taken a real stock of a good situation analysis of what was happening at MIT. MIT, leading technological institutions in the country, required change in direction, required a change in the direction, change in the thought process, change in revisiting the way it has been doing things. And I'm extremely happy to see the dynamism of Commander Rana, his thought process, and the willingness on the part of the faculty and the students to take a relook at what were going right, keep them that way, and what did not go right for the institution to make that course correction and gallop towards excellence. MIT is now fully poised to achieve its preeminent role as the best technological institution in the country. And such conferences are key drivers of progress, both in the field of research and also in the field of collaborative research, collaborative grant writing, and collaborative research activities. This will also provide additional opportunities for our graduate and postgraduate students to look at pursuing their interest in institutions of eminence across the world. And what Dr. Vajravelu mentioned is very apt, and when we have such leading luminaries who are willing to help us, it's for us to now take this help and progress further. Without taking much of your time, let me wish this conference all the very best, which all the delegates and the organizers, the best of academic experience, and I'm sure this conference is going to bring in the much desired change in the newer directions towards research and development in the field of fluid dynamics. The importance of this conference is also highlighted by the fact that the CSIR is funding this conference, and I'm also very delighted to see that the conference will come out with a publication of its abstracts in a Q1 journal. So that's something very good, so that there is a potential for the research publication being seen and noticed by other researchers across the world. I once again wish this conference all the very best, and I wish all the delegates wonderful academic experience and learning experience, and also people who are attending this conference in person, a great time at MIT and at Mahe. Thank you all very much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you for your words of encouragement, sir. Leadership, like coaching, is fighting for the hearts and the souls of men and getting them to believe in you. And we have one such fine leader, Commander Dr. Anil Rana, Director MIT, the president of this program, who will be introduced to all of you by Dr. Nagaraj Katagi, Associate Director, Student Welfare MIT, who is also one of the co-conveners of this conference.
Good morning to all of you, respected dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. It's my privilege to introduce our beloved director, Commander Dr. Anil Rana. Dr. Rana completed his BTech in 1992 from the Naval College of Engineering, Lonavala. After acquiring MTech from IIT Delhi in Industrial Tribology, Machine Dynamics and Maintenance Engineering, he continued his service in the Indian Navy. Later, he did his doctoral degree from IIT Mumbai on reliability engineering. Dr. Rana served as a commander in the engineering branch of the Indian Navy in various roles and has over 30 years of experience in the industry as well as academics. Post the naval service, he served as an associate dean in research and professor in mechanical engineering at Fiji National University, Fiji, from May 2013 to September 2018. He joined Symbiosis Skills University, Pune, as a dean and professor from June 2018 to January 2019. Dr. Rana was the dean the Faculty of Manufacturing Skills at Bharatiya Skill Development University, Jaipur. After this, he had a brief stint as the Vice Chancellor of Oriental University, Indore. He was commended by the Flag Officer Commanding in Chief for excellent work in the education and training, and also he was awarded as Meritorious Grade Performance in the Fiji National University for significantly enhancing the research outputs of engineering schools. His research interests are in the field of reliability engineering, maintenance engineering, management, machine learning, fuzzy, and neurofuzzy applications. With his expertise, he has a long list of scientific publications to his credit that includes various book chapters in Springer and elsewhere publications. He took charge as a director of MIT Manipal on 16 July 2021. It gives me great pleasure to present Commander Dr. Anil Rana to the August gathering. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, sir. May I now request Commander Dr. Anil Rana to deliver the presidential address.
Thank you, Dr. Nagar, General Venkatesh, and Professor Vajvelu, HODs of 3 departments, Aeronautical and Automobile Engineering, Dr. Dharan Pai, HOD Mechanical Industrial Engineering, Dr. S. Sharma, HOD Mathematics, Dr. Sudhakara, Dr. Manjunath, delegates of the dais, researchers, faculty, students, ladies and gentlemen, present both here in physical mode as well as in virtual mode. Very good morning to all of you. It gives me great delight to see that for this particular international conference, we have 3 important departments who have come together. In addition, the 3 days conference is going to see 20 parallel sessions and about 180 presentations. And the phenomenal number of abstracts that have come to this conference is also amazing. I would like to congratulate all the 3 departments who have organized this particular conference. At the same time, I would like to thank CSIR who have funded this particular conference. It also marks the focus that is there in MIT now to progress research, a multidisciplinary research, to improve not only the citation but also the quality of research. And this is very important. And it has not started here alone, it has happened quite early. we talk about the Einstein's theory of relativity. Everybody understands that. We know the 10 field equation of Einstein. But not many people know that there were two great mathematicians who helped him, Marcel Grossman and Besso. And it is always important that when you take or you collaborate with experts from other fields, your quality of the research improves, especially in the areas where you lack expertise. I can tell you about one example that we were working with a power plant in Fiji National University. This was a project given by Pernix company, it's a US-based company. And we were trying to emulate the decision-making process used by the supervisors. These kind of decision-making process will have a lot of ambiguities and uncertainties. So we are using some neurofuzzy techniques. So there are two options, either to progress that project work alone in the engineering department, the mechanical engineering, or to take help from the mathematics department, at least in those areas where they had the expertise. Had we stuck to doing that particular project or research only with the mechanical department, it was very clear to us, or to me, right in the beginning, that we would have only scanned the surface of the neurofuzzy techniques. But if we had taken the help, and we took the help in the final stages of the mathematics department, they brought in great insights into this particular technique and could also come out with the confidence intervals, which was marking the errors of the results and the conclusion of the project. Few weeks ago, we had a NOAA researchers program in MS Ellis, and that was conducted something, it provided a platform to the researchers in Mahe to come together and understand each other's expertise so that we could find new ways of collaboration. A similar effort would be put in here at MIT, and maybe we're also thinking of coming out with a portal where the researchers from various departments, and there are 18 departments in MIT being a big organization, the researchers can put the problem areas where they seek help from the experts of other departments. I'm sure this is going to help in conducting both the interdisciplinary and the multidisciplinary research. Coming to the application and the title of this particular conference, I think everybody understands now that fluid mechanics has diverse applications, from your inkjet printer to the aircrafts that we fly. And now we are also talking about new areas, especially the microfluidics. About a few days ago, there was a TEDx talk which had come out in the open, talking about the organs on the chip and how it involves the science of microfluidics at a dimension where the surface forces dominate the volumetric forces. Pretty exciting field. This allows the medical experts to simulate the environment that exists in a complex organ or a body like a human being onto a chip. So if I'll ask the students here present to maybe look at the TEDx talk, it will give you great insight of the new applications of microfluidics. Coming back to the international conference here today, I wish the conference great success, and I hope that there will be very important takeaways. There are going to be great interaction with the eminent speakers, and there are 8 keynote speakers lined up for the international conference. I expect and I wish that you have great learning. All the researchers who are going to interact with these experts will have great takeaways for the international conference. I'd also like to thank once again the 3 departments and the faculties who have come together and who are going to present a few papers in the conference too. In the end, we know that the important takeaways from an international conference is also the publication and the proceedings. And there are a great number of papers who have already been lined up for publication. I'd like to thank all those who have contributed. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. When you rise in the morning, give thanks for the light, for your life, for your strength. Give thanks to your food and for the joy of living. If you see no reason to give thanks, the fault lies in yourself. Gratitude is the sign of noble souls. May I now request Dr. Mohammad Zubair, the Chief Innovation Officer, Faculty, Department of Aeronautical and Automobile Engineering, MIT, and one of the co-conveners to render the oath of thanks.
Thank you, Shobha. Been given the most easiest tasks on earth to render the oath of thanks. But I hope I can make justice to the August gathering of grace this occasion today. The onset, I think I'd like to thank Professor Vajravelu from University of Florida, who has been a mentor for most of us today. I think I should also take this opportunity to wish him a belated happy birthday for his 70 years of his contribution, as well as for his the living legend for his we wish to see you contribute more to us, sir, and we look forward to your contributions and your support and mentorship in future as well. Thank you so much for honoring us with your presence today. One of the things that we always have been talking about is interdisciplinary nature of the conferences or research that we want to look forward to. This is one of the concerns that was raised by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, most of his meetings, that we work in silos. And that particular message that we need to come together, I think this is one of the conferences that we thought about, that we need to bring together different departments. And thank you for that insight, and thank you for bringing out that pain point that we are now seeing the results of this conference with so many abstract that we have received. And I think we need to promise you that we will be doing this better, almost double this amount in the future conferences of this edition. Thank you so much for taking this time and giving us this direction for what we are today here, this first edition of ICRAFM 2022. There is something we always call impossible, and we know this synonym that in impossible that's I am possible, and that is what our director, Commander Dr. Anil Rana is all about. We need to go to him with a problem saying that it's impossible for us to do, and then he makes it possible for us. And today this conference is also one of that direction that we see forward in our director today. Thank you so much for making all life easy for us today. It is not possible for the departments to come together if not for that enabling leadership that we have today in the three departments. Dr. Danand Pai from the Department of Aeronautical and Automobile Engineering, Dr. S.S. Sharma, Professor S.S. Sharma from the Department of Mechanical and Industrial Engineering, and our Dr. Sudhakar ji from the Mathematics Department. It's so important and so beautiful to have all the three departments together, and we have seen the success today. Thank you so much for making us come together. I also like to thank all the keynote speakers who have agreed to be a part of this one. They're all eminent personalities. We don't get them to see anywhere except for the conferences. They're all the best of the people here. You can see the profiles, their H-index, their citations. I think that's our role models. We want to see being there tomorrow. So for you all people who are budding researchers here, I think you should really visit them, listen to them, and interact with them, because that's how you get the connects. Tomorrow, most of you want to do postdocs. I think here the people here already lined up for you. Thank you so much for agreeing to be part of this keynote delegate that we have lined up for you people. Thank you so much, sir. I also like to thank this opportunity all the enabling ecosystem in MIT, from the security, from the logistics to all the audiovisual departments. A big thank you to Shobha for being a very fabulous MC, and a very beautiful rendering by Shruti Yu, a scholar of Mathematics Department. Thank you so much. And Professor Manjunath Gurukate for leading this team, and all the team members of ICRAFM 2022. Big thank you to all of you for making this inauguration and this conference possible today, and other dignitaries on the stage and off the stage, and majorly the participants who are in the online mode today. Thank you so much. I take this opportunity to on the behalf of the team ICRFM, I request all of you to be a part of most of the keynote sessions and the sessions that were planned for it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Wishing you all happy Mahanavami and the fruitful and joyful discussions today and over the next 2 days in ICRAFM 2022. We shall break for tea now. The first keynote address will be delivered by Professor K. Vajravelu, Department of Mathematics, Central University of Florida, USA. See you all at 11:15. Good day.